It could be anything.
It could be anything. It could even be a boat. It could be takeout that we're in right now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck!
That's right, folks. We're back with takeout. And if you're here, you paid money for it. And if you paid money for it, I'm sorry. This is the only thing you should spend money on is our commentary track, not the thing we're going to watch.
That's right. So what are we watching?
We've had some stinkers.
Yes.
In the past.
Yes.
And I see no reason to stop that train.
I hate this party.
No, you don't.
So, we are going to watch...
I'm nervous.
A little movie called Morbius.
No!
Ben, I... I don't know what to call this emotion. Is it betrayal?
So I want to clarify for the audience here something that's diabolical about this selection, which I told Saturn and Sara this, which is that so Saturn rolled last month or the month before, whatever, and it landed on slot 20. And when I had originally designed this list, it was back when Sara and I were the only ones doing takeout. And it landed on episode 2 of Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix series, because Sara and I had watched episode 1, but Oates and Saturn hadn't. So I was like, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't really actually want to watch more Cowboy Bebop. Like, a lot of the things in this list are bad, but they're things that I still want to watch.
Now, Ben, I do hate to ask this, but is the movie supposed to be on right now?
No, it's off.
Okay.
I have to do the countdown first. But I'm just explaining the situation why we're watching Morbius. And so I'm like, all right, I can probably cheat this. What's next on the list of fillers for when we clear out one of the 1 through 20 on the list? What's the next in the slot? And the next on the slot was Morbius. And I thought, this is better.
This is so much worse.
That's right, folks. We are watching one of the more recent entries in Sony's Spider-Man-less Spider-Man cinematic universe.
The feeling in my heart is like finding out that you told the entire prom that I call myself Dumpster Jow.
No, it'll be fun. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what to think right now. I do feel betrayed. I didn't think we would ever have to do this, but you know what? Sure, why not?
It'll be fun. Don't worry about it.
This
It'll be great.
The Omicron that kills the two best friends.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time. We'll have fun watching Morbius. It'll be great. We'll see vampires. Everyone likes vampires. We watched a zombie movie. It was fun.
Will we see vampires?
I think we'll see a vampire. Now listen. All right, let's do the countdown, and then I'll do that thing.
Okay,
right? So if you haven't done takeout before, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and on the word go, you're going to hit play on your version of the movie. We're going to hit play on our version of the movie, and they're going to sync up, and you're gonna watch a bad movie with your friends, basically, in this parasocial relationship we call the Gorge.
That's right.
I'd rather be watching The Knights of Cybertron right now.
Too bad.
Well, tough. We didn't roll that one. That's somewhere else on the list, probably.
Oh, I've made them watch it already.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
They gave Hot Rod a French accent, and it made Sara and Ben so mad that they started screaming, and I thought they were going to kill me.
That's right. I hated it.
No, see, but I think that's funny. I think the only way you can make Rodimus funnier is if he's also inexplicably French.
No, it's so much worse.
Now remember, folks, when we're watching this movie, they made this, but they can't get the Blade movie off the ground.
No, because the Blade movie is too cool.
The problem is, we already had a Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, and I don't think you can really top that.
Yeah,
ever.
The problem is you can't really beat
It's
all three of those movies.
Trying to make the Blade movie is a lot like trying to go up an increased elevation with some kind of footwear that prevents normal walking. I wonder if there's a better. I don't know. I don't think there's a better way to describe that, but that's what it feels like.
Sure. Yeah, definitely not I don't know, trying to go uphill while it's icy. I don't know.
something.
What's with the pride flag colors, by the way?
Well, Morbius is bi. More bias.
Some motherfucker's always trying to be Healy into rocks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not.
Some motherfucker's always wearing moon shoes to the beach.
Some motherfucker's always trying to outrun lava in flippers.
I'm sure we can workshop this into something better. At the dawn of time. Or just in Costa Rica, modern day.
The ancient helicopters at the dawn of time.
So are they carrying food to Godzilla right now? Like,
Yeah.
What's with this shot?
Well, this is a really bad place to be a vampire.
Yeah, you don't want to be a
Well,
vampire.
no, this is a great
in, like,
place to
sunny
be a
Costa
vampire. Look
Rica.
at all the tree cover.
Oh.
But that's where all the vampire bats hang out. Surely it can't be that bad.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where all the I don't suck the bloods. I scrape and then lick the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Scraping the lips.
are.
I was wondering why we didn't have sound. And I realized it was because my PlayStation 5 controller was plugged in, and I sat here for a second, and I was like, but I could really just leave it plugged in, and we wouldn't have to hear this movie.
Do you, Sarah? Do you think it would be better to sit here forced to watch this movie in complete silence?
Maybe.
I feel like it would be worse.
So, I don't know much about Madam Web, right?
Uh-huh.
But I do know that movie also starts in a jungle.
Well, you know, Spider-Man is well known for his
Spiders
jungle
famously are
themed
terrified of jungles.
settings.
Yeah. Like, it's very weird to me that they're just constantly like, no, we gotta get our spider powers in the jungle.
I can't wait for the Spider-Man-less movie, Kraven, the one that should be in a jungle, to not be in a jungle.
Yeah.
Joel voice, welcome to the jungle. I am spiders now. Stand back. I'm going to become spiders, man.
Can we get Joel to play Swedish Spider-Man?
There's no man I want in the world more to say the phrase, does spider have puss?
Man, I need you guys to understand something. So I really like the movie Tron Legacy, like, a lot. Like, I don't think it's good,
Yes.
but I like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a music video. It's also basically a remake of the first movie, but better, right?
Didn't Michel Gondry direct that, or am I thinking of something else?
You were thinking of something else, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Eternal Sunshine, excuse me.
But, like, the thing is that I really like that movie, even if it's not very good. It's just fun, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can't overstate enough how, like, bleak it is that they're making a third one, and Jared Leto is the leading man.
Jared Leto in this movie looks like a dollar store Alan Wake action figure.
He does!
Yes.
God, I literally cannot stand Jared Leto. I think he's just, like, one of the most... For one, he's a huge pervert. He has, like, a weird sex cult in Hawaii or something like that. So he's vile. But also he's not a good actor.
You can't use that cut in the 2020.
You're not Star Wars.
Yeah, you can't get away with that unless you're Star Wars. I genuinely think, much like the old head of Blizzard, Jared Leto knows where the bodies are, and that's why he keeps getting jobs.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
They stepped on the cord, and that happened.
That's fine. You don't have to stop the movie.
Yeah, God forbid you had to watch more of it.
There we go.
I don't know.
Get off! It's my cake.
He wasn't anywhere near it.
I thought he was.
Oh, okay.
God, this is some.
This is some dialogue writing.
Yeah.
They directed these children to act very convincingly.
All right, children, it's time for acting.
Normal dialogue.
Yeah, that's exactly what children do when
Normal
they see,
bullying.
Like, they're on,
Children
like,
point up
hike.
at a window and go
A window
look at the
that doesn't have
freaks
children in it.
where the disabled children would not be visible from the street level,
Yeah.
even remotely.
What kind of remote bullying is this?
And I mean, like,
Oh, he's
children
dead.
aren't really like that.
Bad BP.
Also, this is 25 years ago, and it's like shot like it's so long ago. This is 1999 ish. Right? Like 1997, 98, 99. It was not that long ago. They wouldn't be in like the fucking the remote Italian like sick ward where they keep all of the leprous children.
Is that Simon Pegg?
No.
Oh, okay.
God, I hope he's not
no.
slumming it in this movie.
No, that's the guy who plays Moriarty in Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
That was a good Moriarty, by the way. I didn't like anything else about that movie. That was a good Moriarty.
Yeah. Oh, they did Irene So Dirty in that
Yeah,
movie.
it pissed me off so much.
That first movie's really good. That second one pissed me off really
Mhm.
hard.
It was a good Moriarty, though.
Mm-hmm.
Things children famously say.
That is a that is clearly a boy who understands what it is like to fall in love with an old man.
I just everything about this movie is so bizarre.
Oh my God, he's gonna get beat to death by high school bullies, or I guess by middle school bullies,
Wow.
or whatever school this is.
I love watching kids just beat the shit out of each other with crutches. I think that's funny. Get him, little kid. Fuck him up.
Wait, was this scene?
His last name is Morbius?
Yeah,
His last
Michael
name
Morbius.
is Morbius.
You know how I'm always saying about video games, something can either be entertainingly baffling as to why it's so bad, or just sort of boring bad.
Right?
This is an extraordinarily dumb movie with absolutely nothing to sink my teeth into already.
Yeah. It's just, I'm just like, already I'm just so baffled by like this dog shit dialogue writing. The existence of this movie is like so confusing to me. I don't know. It is like so indicative of just trying to squeeze blood from a stone, which is superhero movies. Right?
Squeeze blood, eh?
Hey, because it's a vampire. I get it. I got it.
Why are you zooming in? What's the emotion you're trying to convey here?
Yeah, what is the weird...
Why is this shot like House?
is shot like a TV show, not like a movie.
Tie your
Modern cinema's
shoes.
hell.
Oh, we were watching an episode of Star Trek the other day, right? It was a great episode of Star Trek. It of course features the best character in Deep Space Nine, which is Garrick, right? And it's just some random fucking episode. It's like episode 25 of season 5, right? So pretty far along. And just the lighting in this one episode of Star Trek is so like dark and moody and contrasty.
Extremely evocative.
Very just good. And it's like, man, modern movies can't even look like this anymore. And some random episode of Star Trek from 20 years ago is just like better than that. It's very sad, is what I'm saying, folks.
It is. Why does...
Why does he have like a torture chamber for bats?
Yeah, I was saying, that seems like an extremely cruel way to house that volume of bats.
Literally a wind tunnel so they can fly up and down and feel like they're going like, ooh, I'm flying so far.
But like, where do they sleep? It doesn't matter. It's a bad movie, but like...
Well, they sleep on the top. They probably have like wires or something that they cling to at night.
Sure.
It looked like it had like chicken wiring somewhere near the end, near the top of it, so they presumably just kind of chill out up there, I guess.
Yeah, still. I mean, it's a bad movie. It doesn't matter.
I love the framing of that shot done in such a way as to obscure the fact that this is a dummy that they already have opened to
Yeah.
pull the little bits out, and that they weren't
Yeah.
going to actually like dissect a bat for the shot.
No. It's very funny to me. I do like that this doctor lady is like, at what cost? And I'm like, ma'am, they're bats. I understand that like we want to be kind to animals. But like testing on bats is the most like, you know, I mean we test shit on mice all the time, right?
Yeah.
Bats is just like, you know, bat don't care. Thought don't care.
Thought don't care.
Thought don't care.
Dog don't care about bat. I like the split skeleton between the human and the bat. That's called foreshadowing.
Yeah, they got
Science.
the people who did that one show on the Animal Planet to do the UI for his
Yeah.
computer program.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
one
test-
where they had
test-
like a baby like sprinting.
Yeah.
Hold on, they said that was test 117. I'm gonna bet 117 is the first issue of Amazing Spider-Man that Morbius appeared in.
I believe it.
Why are you testing on rats when you have bats?
That's generally how you're supposed to move up. Actually, no, it's the. I guess it would have to be the opposite. You want to test on mice first because of their viability for genetic reproduction.
I guess it's because he's trying to like hybridize himself with a bat for some
Well,
reason.
yeah, but, like, what-
to like cure his mysterious blood illness.
I guess that's true.
Oh
You
no,
have
I'm
to
wrong.
test it.
That is an issue called Deadly Designs of the Disruptor.
I think it's test
Oh.
117 because they like Halo.
That's exactly what I was
Mhm.
gonna say. They just think Halo is cool, and I mean, yeah, Halo is cool, but you know,
Morbius actually appeared in issue 101 of Amazing Spider-Man.
We're learning about comics tonight.
I don't intend to remember anything I learned tonight.
But yeah, I guess the idea is you're trying to stabilize and make sure that you can create a viable gene in the bats, and then you want to see if that will hybridize well into mice, and then you move on to chimps, and then you move on to human testing.
Sure.
I guess that's the logic there, but that's still not very smart.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to move on to chimps. I think he's just going to immediately inject himself with
Oh
whatever
yeah, absolutely.
happens.
Do you want to work with me here, Discord? I mean, I don't care, but
Like I said on Twitter a little while ago, like I know things have evolved and have changed over the years and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I still think we deserve to have villains that create themselves by drinking a green potion out of like a little vial.
I agree.
You know,
We need the hubris of the burgeoning new money class.
Yeah.
like we need Morbius here should become a vampire by drinking bat serum straight from the vial, right?
Looks
like
like
he
he's
should not,
about
crack
to.
a bat open and drink straight from the bat.
like he
And
shouldn't
then he gets-
he shouldn't inject himself with a serum. He shouldn't get in like some kind of chamber or whatnot. No, he needs to be at his wooden desk late at night, and he goes like, "Oh, the fools will never believe me if this works."
But I'll show them all.
Yeah, and then he chugs the vial, and it like foams, and then he becomes a vampire.
Yeah, he just turns into a vampire. Yeah.
What we're all saying is that we need another submersible accident about once every year.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Something of that caliber.
that was the best time on Twitter literally ever. We need to bring that back.
We need to have something like that happen once a year, where just some
Hey,
rich
there
dude
he
has,
is!
Oh, that's who Matt Smith is in this movie. Okay.
Interesting.
It's the Doctor. So are they like married? No, we'll never do anything cool like that in a not.
Childhood friends to romance, AU? I don't understand why they didn't
childhood
go for
friends
it.
to romance vampire AU.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good to me.
This is my favorite Xenos AU fanfic.
That's right. I could write one of those if I could finish my current one. Oh, I looked the other day. I mean, this is extremely unrelated, but whatever. I looked the other day. It's been a year, so I need one of you to come to my house and kill me.
Sarah, I've been here trying to convince
Well,
you.
Oates is not going to do it. Oates is not going to kill me.
What's up? What's it been a year since?
Oh, since I updated my fanfic.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to kill you with a rock if you don't do it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna lift a peanut again and I'll drop him on you.
Nah! Well, actually, that'd be really funny.
On you? Drop peanut on you?
Yeah,
Yeah, directly on her head. Killing her instantly.
Yeah,
Killing
yeah.
me instantly. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
A peanut to the head.
Throw peanut at her like the barrel that hits Worf.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
you. And much like the barrel that hits Worf, Peanut's head is completely empty and won't do any damage at all.
So Sarah, you'll get hit and you'll fall in the wrong direction after getting hit by it.
Yeah, and then I'll become horrifically paralyzed from the neck down, and I'll have to ask Jonathan Frakes to kill me, I guess.
It's a really mundane and convoluted way to do that because, if you asked me, I would have just done it. But no,
I
you had to
know.
ask Jonathan
I gotta
Frakes.
ask Jonathan Frakes.
And he's going to look at you and go, really? Are you that stupid?
Yeah.
Are you that dishonorable? You're pathetic. And then
No,
what-
I need it to be Jonathan Frakes, because who else can say they've been killed by Jonathan Frakes? Nobody. I don't think Jonathan Frakes has killed anybody.
that we know of.
That we know of. I mean,
Well,
maybe.
if you asked him if he did, he'd just say, "We made it up.
We made it
This
up.
one was invented by a writer."
A complete fabrication.
I want Jonathan Frakes to go, Johnny, does your mother still hang out at dockside bars?
I'm
Dockside bars.
I'm also kind of look. Nothing against either of the. Well, I mean, some things against one of those two actors.
Uh-huh.
These characters are supposed to be like 30 to 35.
Right.
They really don't look the part.
No,
Well, they've got blood exploding disease, so
Yeah, it
it-
ages them.
Yeah, this age is something, all right.
Matt Smith, by all accounts, is a lovely person. But, he is also stuck in this bad movie.
I'm sure they paid him enough money for it to be worth it to be in this movie.
Oh, yeah. And now he's wearing a bad wig in House of the Dragon.
Oh, you love that.
Good for him.
He's in House of the Dragon.
Oh, isn't he that weird-looking blonde guy with the eye patch?
Yeah, he's the weird-looking blonde guy with the eye patch.
Stellar. I was wondering why he looks so familiar.
Wait, hold on.
Fucking doctor.
Christopher Eccleston was in Thor 2.
Yeah.
Matt Smith is in this movie.
Uh-huh. We gotta get David Tennant in a bad Marvel movie.
David Tennant needs to be in Kraven.
No.
We already have David Tennant in a Disney comic by way of having him be Scrooge McDuck.
No, but he has to be in like a Marvel movie, and it's gotta be a bad one, right? Like...
Can we have David Tennant play Mysterio?
No, we already had Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm sad to report.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And we already have
Sorry.
a good Vulture, so we can't have him do that. However, it occurs to me, we do have a wonderful opportunity to do a reboot Doc Ock with David Tennant.
Oh.
Ooh.
No,
Ooh,
yeah, okay.
actually, hold on. Could he do Norman Osborn?
No.
That would be really funny.
I don't think he could do it.
But no.
I think that
No, actually he could. Uncle Scrooge is is unscrupulous horror of a
He
man.
doesn't look right, though.
I think maybe if we give him a perm.
No, it wouldn't work. I'm vividly imagining it. No.
I think it
Could
really funny.
could David Tennant pull off the Osborn cornrows?
No!
No.
Absolutely not. He could not pull off the Osborne waves.
I looked up David Tennant briefly, and I once again saw that picture of him that unfortunately looks like Chill Chuck.
I like that they have to do this on international waters because it's illegal to inject yourself with bat juice.
Listen, I don't know. If you're rich enough, you can just inject yourself with bat juice in the United States. Nobody's going to stop you.
Yeah, Elon Musk's been doing it for the last 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I thinking of?
That's why he looks the way he does now.
Interesting.
Oh, his vitals are all showing bat vitals.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else Tennant would be good at, unfortunately.
God, I don't even know what David Tennant could be in a Marvel movie.
He doesn't really... The problem is that anyone that we could pick has already been
cast.
done.
Yeah.
Like, he would be a great bad Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Oh,
But we've
he
already
would.
passed that point.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, one of the funniest things, I don't like these movies. I don't like Marvel movies in general. I did see Multiverse of Madness because Sam Raimi, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right? And like the Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange thing is always so weird to me because like he does look pretty good with the beard. It kind of hides like his no chin situation really well. But like the thing nobody told me about these movies, right? And like everybody was like, "No, he's such a great Doctor Strange." Nobody ever told me his American accent is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really bad.
Benedict Cumberbatch's American accent is awful. Like,
There is...
I was just like, this is the guy that everybody was so enthusiastic about?
Now, to be fair, everyone I knew was extremely bummed out about the casting for Doctor
yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
The thing that really upsets me is that, like, you should never get a British man to do an American accent unless he's Hugh Laurie.
Unless it's Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
To begin with. But second of all, like, Doctor Strange is like a socialite from New York.
Yeah.
You really can't. You've got to pick a guy who sounds like Thurston Howell from fucking Gilligan's Island, you know?
You know what? Hugh Laurie would have actually made a pretty good Doctor Strange, I think.
You're
Yeah.
right.
It would have been really funny. That's
yeah.
for sure.
I think he would have been great, honestly.
If you're going to get a British man to do a bad American accent, you get one of the Monty Python crew. You know?
Yeah.
Like, don't get a good quote unquote good drama actor.
See, this is just
You know
just what Jared Leto looks like when he hasn't had his adrenochrome.
She's a little too old for it now, I think. But you know who would have been a great Doctor Strange is Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
Man, you look like shit.
She'd be great at that. Yeah. I'm thinking about it now.
Okay, I'll give this movie one thing right now, in that they had the courage to make Morbius look like Morbius.
Sure, like
Because
did
like they
with
could
Jared
have
Leto
they
was
could have
pretty.
just like made given him like white face paint, be like, yeah, he's a vampire now. But like they did the work to give him like the ugly mug.
Ben, the movie,
face,
they have to do something in the movie. We can't give them credit for doing the bare minimum.
No, we have to.
No,
Do you know
Saturn.
how much did this movie cost, Ben?
Saturn, I want to tell you something about Madam Web. The only time the Spider-Woman superheroes appear in costume in the entire movie is a fake vision of the future.
I'm aware, but like, just because Madam Web is literally fraudulent doesn't mean that we have to give credit to Morbius for, again, doing the literal bare minimum that you expect from a superhero movie.
This movie has a budget of $75 million, by the way.
Yeah, for $75 million, they better fucking make him look like a weird gabagool.
Yeah!
I know, I think this is impressive for this caliber of movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone does.
Listen, considering what Venom and Madam Web and what the Craven trailer revealed.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn miracle that they gave Morbius a weird vampire face.
They gave him his weird, ugly bat face.
He looks like Bat Baby.
He does look like Bat Baby!
Because he's supposed to look like Morlock.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm late for my meeting.
Oh, that's a terrible effect, though, of, like, shifting out of bat mode. That looked like shit.
You really should have... Like, look, you cut around dissecting the bat. You also should have cut around that.
Yeah. And now he's super jacked!
He's doing the Spider-Man 1 Peter Parker in the mirror thing.
God, we watched Spider-Man 1 for this show once, and it just made me remember that, like, fuck, those movies are good. We could be watching Spider-Man 2 right now.
We could be watching Spider-Man 2 right now.
We could be watching Spider-Man 2 right now, Ben, instead of this horse shit.
The problem is Spider-Man 2 literally was, like, the peak of superhero cinema, and everything has been downhill since 2007.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know, Spider-Verse is pretty good.
Spider-Verse is good. But Spider-Verse is its own thing, because it's animated.
And I will also still say, not as good as Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 is just so goddamn good.
Like, yeah, it's a huge spike up in quality.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Still never hit that peak.
too.
Alfred Molina is just so sexy in that movie.
That's right. And also, you will never get J.K. Simmons at his peak, jacked and dressed up as Spider-Man.
That's correct.
Yeah, but they couldn't even use the scene because he's too fit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. It's literally the best casting in anything ever.
It's so funny because Sarah and I watched the first one a while ago, and it's like we forgot he's only in 2 scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, no, he's not in the movie that much. But like, it's crazy to me how like perfectly cast J.K. Simmons is as JJJ. Like, he's so perfect that basically going forward, everything tried to just make him like J.K. Simmons, right?
Yeah.
Like, everything going forward is just like, no, our J. Jonah Jameson also has to just be like J.K. Simmons because he's so perfect for the role. And I just love it. I think it's great.
It's like how people forget about it, but Batman the Animated Series completely rewrote the template for quite a few of the Rogues Gallery, but especially Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, Mr. Freeze became a character.
Mr. Freeze without thinking of specifically the template that Batman the Animated Series created.
Yeah, because it actually made him sympathetic and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he also used to be like a comic book dude who wore like a blanket.
Oh.
Yeah.
You calling him JJJ made me think of something, and so I did check to confirm. But it is his real first name is John, meaning that as John Jonah Jameson, he is in fact a JoJo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His son isn't, but he is a JJ because his name is James Jameson.
He's a JoJo. That's great. I can see J. Jonah Jameson as a JoJo, right?
Yeah, he is
fans.
basically like he has a familial resemblance to Joseph Joestar as Grandpa.
God damn it, Spider-Man! It's a menace, a true enemy stand.
God, could you imagine getting J.K. Simmons to play Joseph Joestar?
God, that'd be good casting. He's ripped enough for it.
He's about the right age. You can pull it off.
He can do it.
Oh, it'd be so funny seeing him in a thick, full beard like that, too.
And also, you could get away with doing it as like one of the live-action anime adaptations, because he is a white guy.
Yeah. He would actually fit for it.
That'd be so great. I want to hear I want to hear J.K. Simmons speaking Japanese.
Do you see what they did there with the line?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
He said, "Hey, how's your pain on a scale of 1 to 10?" And he went 11. Do you get it? Because he played
Spinal Tap.
He played a character in another show where he was the 11th version of that character.
He's the 11th version of the Doctor. Yeah.
I get it.
He's 11. It's funny. It's a Doctor Who reference. We love
Pop-
Doctor Who.
Pop culture references with no connection to the source material definitely don't take me out of a movie at all.
No, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Oh, wait a minute. We're fucking stupid. David Tennant has been in a Marvel thing.
What is he?
He was Purple Man in the Jessica Jones show.
Oh, that's right. He was really good in that show. Right. Fuck, you're right. God, we totally forgot.
I completely forgot about that.
Been consigned. The problem is that when Marvel makes so much shit as it does, no wonder you forget. But also, that show's been kind of consigned to the dustbin of history, even though David Tennant is really, really good in that show. David Tennant's just a really good actor.
The thing is, he's just very good in what he does.
I just keep looking at Matt Smith too, and it's just I really like Matt Smith. I think he's a good actor, and I like his weird face. I think he's handsome in a strange way. And all I can think is just man, Stephen Moffat should go to prison forever.
Agreed.
For squandering Matt Smith.
Matt Smith looks like if an elf got turned into a human.
Yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
Like how Dungeon Meshi does the thing where you turn Marcel into a human, and it's she's kind of vaguely still herself, but also not. That's what Matt Smith is.
I like that vampire burp he just did.
A vam burp.
Just raw dogging just gallons of of bat blood, just chugging it.
Like when you drink soda too fast and just belch. I injected myself with vampire toxin and now I became a vampire. Who could have seen this coming?
On the whole, could have been worse, I guess.
Could have gone way worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? I got to shotgun some blood Capri Suns every once in a while, but I think this can work out.
You should see how big my boobs are now. It's incredible. Also, I do a dumb shadow effect anytime I move.
Yeah, did y'all like Darkness 2 on the Xbox 360?
Yeah!
Jesus Christ.
Note to self, never meet Wesley Snipes. Never, ever encounter Wesley Snipes in the battlefield.
Again, they can't get the Blade movie off the ground. They can't get the idea of black guy has katana and kills vampires.
It's too cool.
It's too difficult. It's impossible to figure out the formula.
Well, the thing is that, because of, the nature of Marvel Disney movies, right? The Marvel Disney Blade movie could never possibly be goth enough.
Well,
right?
I think that's part of the thing, too, is that, aside from being goth enough, it's also, the thing that you want either from Blade or any other movie where you have a black guy with a katana killing vampires is you need it to have the energy of, a blaxploitation movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And, Disney's never going to greenlight that.
They're just
Never
never
ever,
gonna do anything
even though
that
it's
cool.
what everyone wants. including whoever they get to play Blade.
Oh, that looks like shit.
That was bad.
It sure
yeah.
does. Why did it turn his eyes into swastikas?
He's turned into Super Hitler, the Hitler that flies.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Movie, you gotta stop doing this. This looks bad every time.
It looks like shit.
These
literally all the
effects,
time.
these effects are like, oh, when we make the Blade video game, we can use these effects because they forgot that's not 2004 anymore.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, when he uses his radar sense, it'll look like that in the video game
It'll look
for the
so
PS2.
Cool. I wish we were still making PS2 licensed video games for movies.
Oh,
these
we
days.
should be in a golden age of movie-based shovelware, but we're not.
Uh-huh.
You know, talking about Blade and talking about blaxploitation, I miss the very specific era of indie films that happened in like the late aughts and early tens that gave us Black Dynamite.
Yeah, like fake exploitation movies like
Oh.
Planet Terror.
I wish we had more of that shit again.
Yeah, it was great. I did. I will like to say that I did exactly what Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez would want me to do because they used to do it as their when they were children. I snuck into that double feature.
Oh, that sounds rad.
I did not pay to see those movies, which is kind of a shame because that kind of flopped. But listen, it's fine. But no, I snuck into that shit and I had a great time.
I would kill to have a sequel to Black Dynamite, and it's just secretly a Blade It's just secretly Blade.
That would be so sick.
It would be so sick. I shoot that shit from the other room while you weren't looking.
I like the writing thing of artificial blood doesn't work for no reason.
Yeah,
no
it
reason.
just doesn't because we need drama in the movie.
It's like, oh, it's working for now, but artificial blood's, I'm gonna have to wean off it and go to real blood. And it's like, why? Just for no reason?
Because
Is your vampire curse growing wise to the taste of the antipsychotics you've ground into its food?
It's Saturn. It's like when you build up a tolerance to your medication and they need to increase the dosage. Except for vampires.
It's like when I build up a tolerance to my Adderall, so I decide, well, the only thing I can do is start doing crack cocaine.
That's right.
I'm diabetic and I'm having a sugar crash.
In a little
I'll
glass
drink some
cage.
stevia.
Oh wait, he's literally morbing out.
He's morbing out. He's a. Where are you getting the blood to write that?
Who knows?
Don't kill your childhood friend / lover. That's Matt Smith.
Well,
You
they
can't
have to
do
make
this.
sure that no one has any hopes of them getting Matt Smith back for the second Morbius
Right.
movie that they were hanging their hopes on. Remember when the internet tricked them into running this in theaters a second time, and then no one went the second time?
It was the best. It was like literally one of the best weeks ever.
It was
Can I
so
say-
funny.
Can I say something? The way that the blue blood looks in that thing looks really appetizing. Actually, it looks like a Slurpee.
I'm
It
sure.
probably was a Slurpee in there. If I were them, I'm filling all of these blood bags with like Otter Pop stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
What's wrong, Morbius? Are you morbing out?
Milo, I'm morbing out. What have you done? You killed like a handful of guys on a ship, and then otherwise have just kind of, drank some blood.
Movies really are just built on people just not being able to talk. Like, just tell them, yeah, dude, you have to kill people and drink their blood, otherwise you're gonna die. Like,
Yeah, dude, it's a curse to be a super sexy, jacked as fuck, healthy vampire. It's such
also,
a
I'm sorry,
curse.
Matt Smith is right. If the choice is between, like, letting yourself die or becoming a vampire who has to drink human blood, There's
Vamp
no.
up?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
vamp up. Like I'm not to say like if someone wants to be self-sacrificing or whatever, they can't. But like I think it's an ethically neutral decision when it's your survival on the line.
That's right. Like, you know what? You
Secure
can
your-
get, and again, these are like super rich asshole kids in fucking New York City, right? Like, they have got so much money that they live in this like massive, immaculate, like hipster penthouse in New York City, right? You can acquire human blood without hurting anybody. You can just pay somebody under the fucking table at a blood bank and be like, "Hey, I need a couple of gallons a week," and you're good, baby.
Yeah,
It's like the bit in Dr. McNinja where Doc breaks into a hospital and they're like the receptionist is trying to stop him from going down an elevator, and he's like in the elevator with his partner and he's like, vampires run the Red Cross, by the way.
Ironic.
Oh, I get it, because cross.
Ah,
That's funny. That's good. It's like, I don't know, the whole like, no, my childhood friend who I know is dying horribly. You can't have this curse. I won't give it to you. I'm just gonna let you die. It's like, you've got so much money. You've got so much money. The blood thing would not even be a problem. It would not even remotely be a problem.
Because I'm thinking about it, like he said earlier that like a bag of blood keeps him going for like 6 hours.
Uh-huh.
So let's assume you don't factor in sleep and you have to have like 4 a day, right?
Right.
Like one of those bags of blood is like a quarter liter, basically.
Sure.
So like a liter of blood a day. I mean, if you're rich, I think you can ethically source a liter of blood a day.
You can absolutely.
You'll have to shop around.
Yeah,
but like
I mean, look, isn't that like a standard romance like fan fiction story anyway? Is someone is like the human blood bank for their vampire lover?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you would need a couple of lovers.
Well, yeah, but it's a polyamorous situation.
You literally could not do a liter a day, like as a single person.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what?
You rotate between your relationships.
Look, your true love is Sunday brunch. Everyone else is filler.
If a super rich vampire in New York City came to me and said, "I'm going to pay you $10,000 a month to let me nibble on you twice a week," I'd be like, fantastic, right. Sign me up.
What do you do for a living? I don't want to talk about it.
Do you know what?
He says, well, I'm Jared Leto.
Exactly.
And I go, could you make that like $20,000 a month?
Maybe for $20,000, it would be Jared Leto.
Look, I do have to live in New York City. It's got to be $20,000 a month.
Yeah, I gotta pay rent here.
I wanna live nicely in New York City.
Who's the real bloodsucker, Jared Leto or the landlord? Am I right, fellas?
You got jokes tonight.
We gotta have something.
Yeah, because this movie. Now the thing,
that is a cool shot wasted on this movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh no.
She got morbed.
Oh. I morbed all over her. I don't even remember doing it.
Morb just like, did I do that?
I'm pretty sure I didn't do that.
I
usually remember morbing out.
There is a bit in a recent comic that Morbius is in where someone is like, "Hey man, it's you. You're morbing out tonight," and Morbius is like, "Don't you ever fucking say that to me again."
Good. Excuse me.
What? I didn't see any blood.
She was like that when I found her.
I'm not a vampire. Nobody was asking you if you were a vampire, sir. Well, I'm good, because I'm not.
Your teeth are longer.
You look kind of like Jared Leto. I hate this asshole's face. I think Jared Leto is like... I would probably knock that motherfucker out if I ever saw... I just don't like his face. I don't like him.
I'm glad I'm safe from Sarah's wrath.
Listen, you're not going to ruin the third Tron movie, so you're safe.
Yeah.
That you know of.
Shit, maybe.
Look, I'm not saying I would ruin it because it's going to be a third Tron movie.
Uh-huh.
But I am willing to try and kick Disney while it's down.
Listen.
Yeah, but I want the Tron movie to be good.
Now, if you'll excuse me, detectives, I need to get back to my coffin. I mean my bed.
I gotta ask Dr. Morbius, I know you're not like a Dracula. Why are you sleeping in a coffin now? Is that just like a goth thing, or... No, it's for my circulation.
The wood is good for my pores, you see.
I'm trying to barrel age myself so that I taste better when I die.
So when the vampire does get me, it'll be worthwhile.
Well, you seem really fixated on the idea of there being a vampire, Dr. Morbius. Oh, yes, well...
About that, I'm not a vampire. Nobody is asking if you're a vampire, Dr. Morbius. Well, good, because I'm not.
Good, I just want him to eat me, that's all.
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
What is this?
The fuck is that?
What effect was that supposed to
What
be?
is that supposed to symbolize? Like, what superpower is that?
We've caught ourselves some manner of Dracula.
They let you keep a pen in jail?
In rich people jail.
In rich people jail, yeah.
It was Manhattan Detention Center. It can't be that rich.
I'm jonesing for my next fix, man.
I need some blood, man.
Oh, that's distilled holy water.
I don't think God works on science.
It is because he's in the Midnight Sun game. And it's very funny because, like, obviously Blade doesn't like him at all.
Oh shit, really?
And Morbius keeps having to be like, no, I'm not like a traditional vampire spawn of Dracula. Like, this is the result of an experiment which made me similar to a vampire, but I'm not like a real vampire.
I love the idea of having to like sheepishly explain the distinction to Blade.
Yeah.
And Blade just being like, I don't care, you're still a blood-sucking vampire.
That's just the kind of thing a white vampire would say.
That's so true.
There's definitely a thing of us, like, Morbius avoiding Blade like the plague, and everyone's saying, like, yeah, I think Dr. Morbius might be a racist or something. He can't stand Blade.
He's just fine. It must be Blade. You know what? He might just be really prejudiced. He's a nice doctor from like upstate New York, and Blade is from the Bronx.
That's right.
Yeah, no, it's just Morbius is like, I just don't like his type.
It's just I can't be alone with him because I'm worried he might kill me. And it's like, Morbius,
Morbius.
you're not helping your case, Morbius. And it's like, no, it's a vampire. It's the vampire thing. It's a vampire thing. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen, you know how violent they can get around people like me.
I think it's very funny how his nose gets smaller when he morbs out.
Yeah, it gets a little snub nose.
There are people who pay thousands of dollars to just get a nose job, and he can just morb out.
There are people who pay thousands of dollars for cosmetic surgery to look like Morbius.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he just
Buddy,
morbs
it's
out.
me. Turn me into a vampire.
Suck your friend's blood. Get gay with it.
You're alone in a prison cell, unattended.
Anytime someone says like in a Marvel movie where someone's like, your lawyer is here, I'm like, there's a 50% chance Matt Murdock is going to walk into the room.
And
Yeah,
the other 50% chance is that She-Hulk.
Yeah.
What if they put Matt Murdock anytime they ask for a lawyer?
I think that'd be great.
That would
I
be
think it'd be
hilarious.
I think
Matt
that'd be funny.
Matt Murdock has like one of those old-timey Powerpuff Girls hotlines, but specifically for like whenever any superhero gets in legal trouble.
Look, it's literally either that or She-Hulk. There's only two options.
Oh god, both of those.
She-Hulk doesn't have the hotline because they didn't give her one because she's always just waiting outside anyway, just like looking around.
Yeah, She-Hulk is definitely, of the two, she's the ambulance chaser of the two.
Right.
Yeah, she leaps and bounds after it.
Meanwhile, Matt's too Catholic to do that.
He feels too guilty about it. I mean, he feels guilty about everything all the time with that whole Catholic thing. But don't worry about it.
God, I'm reading the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil thing, and it's just like it's just the whole issue is just like, oh, I feel so guilty about fucking all these women all the time. It's like, you Catholic.
Now, here's the thing. You're right. It should be Matt Murdock as the lawyer, because then he can also be ethically dubious about having to defend a vampire in court.
Yeah, Morbius also doesn't like Daredevil. I think it's because he doesn't like blind people. But he's like, no, it's the Catholic thing. So you got a problem with religion? No, it's the there's crosses, and I just.
But
and you're afraid of crosses because you're a cursed vampire. It's like, no, it's a science vampire, but also you never know.
Also, I'm a scientist. I don't believe in God.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I haven't yet tested if the simple fact of like being a science vampire, like, yes, I'm a science vampire, not a cursed one, but that might still give me an allergy to crosses.
Morbius just like, no. I was allergic to garlic before I became like this. That's a coincidence.
That's just normal.
I also can't eat apples, you know?
He's like, okay, we need to go to another bureau in New York. He's like, all right, and he comes to the river and sees and just looks at the running water. He's like, I think I'll stay here. Actually, it's running water. Like
it might not be like it's running water. He's just afraid of bridges.
Yeah,
I
also,
don't like crossing bridges.
Also, have you seen the water in New York? No one would go near that.
No, it's disgusting.
He's like, I don't think I would actually be struck down by the running water like a vampire curse. I've been reading a lot of One Piece lately, and I have never learned how to swim on account of my physical disability. So I am somewhat afraid of sinking to the bottom of the Swanus like a rock.
And yes, dropping a whole can of beans will stop me, and I do have to pick them up, but that is because I have obsessive compulsive. I can't just leave a mess like that.
Right.
Well, yeah, I just like to be tidy, and
That's normal.
I'm not going to just barge into someone's house without being invited in. That's rude. Hey, the Daily Bugle, they said the thing that isn't like a Spider-Man.
That makes this important, right?
There was the text that said Black Cat, like a character from Marvel's Spider-Man.
I need a headline like that written about me.
Yeah.
Saturn apprehended for quote-unquote vampire murder.
The thing is, rando on the street has an opinion about like a famous doctor, right? Because like the newsstand guy is like, I always thought that guy was a freak, and it's like, but he just runs a newsstand. Do you think anybody has like an opinion of like
Also,
a famous doctor?
I don't think it's possible to be a world famous doctor who exists in the public consciousness after like 1999.
Yeah, no, this is the same thing where it's just like in fiction we readily accept the idea of the world famous detective, despite that not being a real thing.
Like the last world famous doctor was, I think, Kevorkian. Like that's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't. Nobody has opinions about that kind of shit anymore.
You have to be so much more exciting to be famous for anything. It's impossible for the next world famous doctor will be the guy who comes up with a cure for cancer.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah, by injecting you with bat DNA to become a vampire.
So you become a vampire, but it does cure cancer. Matt Smith is so squandered in this movie.
Did they digitally de-age him for this scene, or was he digitally aged up earlier?
He was digitally aged up earlier to look sicker.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, damn, he does not look like 30. He looks like they put a grandpa filter on him a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's because he's supposed to look really sickly. I don't know why they turned into smoke vampires if they're just like science vampires, though.
I don't know, because I don't think the vampire bats of South America have magical smoke powers.
No!
This could be a cool effect if it were better utilized.
Yeah, if it was in a movie that I gave even a little bit of a shit about.
The thing about all these Spider-Man-less Spider-Man movies is that they have to give the villain a villain to fight.
Yeah,
which means they really got to scrape the bottom of the barrel to find a character that this villain hates that is not Spider-Man.
It's easy when it's Venom, though. Like, it's so easy when it's Venom. You could do anything.
And that's why those movies are decent. But then you've got, like, the Morbius movie.
Like, who is Craven going to fight? Right. The only guy he hates is Spider-Man.
The only way you could make a Craven fight a Craven movie interesting is literally just like
you can't
like a Sith Lord thing where he kills his master and then start like the beginning of his like now I joined the true great hunt. And even then, that's not very compelling. Yeah. Who cares? It just shows that like he's got a big dick. That's why he's going after Spider-Man.
Right.
You can't make you can't make a Craven movie where he's all about preservation of wildlife, because Craven don't give a shit.
No, Craven wants to hunt all them little fuckers.
Craven is like White Rhino, hell yeah, bring it on.
Do you think right now Clock Tower is being briefed like, are we willing to nuke New York City to maintain the masquerade?
To maintain the masquerade, yeah, absolutely.
We have Dead Sea Apostles having a fight in the subway right now.
Oh yeah, if you think about it, they are just also like science vampires, like magic science vampires.
Yeah, just they didn't have to go through like 1,000 years zombification or whatever.
Right.
They got to immediately jump to having vampire powers.
By the way, we are currently at 59:42. We still got 45 minutes of this to go.
What do you mean we still have 45 minutes left?
See,
I'm
having the opposite reaction where I'm like, we've been watching this for an hour and nothing of import has happened.
Literally nothing has happened. It's just showing the 11th Doctor running at somebody.
It's hard for me to believe that we will get to a place in 45 minutes where something has appreciably happened in the plot.
Wait, how the fuck can he do this? He doesn't have, like, bat physiology.
He doesn't have wings.
No, I'm sorry. I thought he was a science vampire.
Yeah, I feel like
magic vampire shit.
I feel like maybe if you make yourself a science vampire and it gives you magic vampire powers, I think you might need to revisit the script.
Yeah, you've done something wrong.
Like, Morbius does have like bat wings, but it's part of the costume he wears. He doesn't actually have wings.
Yeah.
Maybe you like have the script be, instead of him doing science on vampire bats, he like got some blood from a body and it turns out it was Dracula.
Yeah.
Right? Like something to give him credibly supernatural powers.
The
You're
thing,
like, oh,
the thing,
I'm like mortally ill, right? But I heard about this guy who did die in Transylvania, and he used to be sick, and then he got better magically. So I'm going to study his DNA.
And then it turns out like
magic.
he's studying it and he's getting nowhere, and then Dracula just crawls out of the fucking morgue and then just fucking bites him.
Yeah, exactly.
the thing is, when you're doing with this Morbius movie, if you're going to make him, a fake the living vampire,
Right.
but you don't have real vampires alongside it, it just feels like you're too much of a coward to make it a vampire movie.
Just make it a vampire movie for realsies, right? Like, come on.
It would be great if you had Morbius with like Dracula as his like sassy, difficult to live with father-in-law who he can't get to move out. Also, Matt
the
Berry
Chameleon's
shows up.
Great Escape. You can't fucking reference other characters you're not allowed to use. I hate you. I hate you, Sony Cinematic Universe. Why do you think this is a good idea?
I'm sorry. I don't know why we have to suffer through all of these fucking movies.
You know what I want? I want that new Fantastic Four movie that's like
I hope-
extremely like retrofuturist 1950s.
If that
I
movie
can't-
isn't good, I'll probably just kill myself because the poster was so good.
It's
I
okay.
can't wait to see Herbie in a real movie.
Me too.
I don't
It
know
has
why
that
this
United-
girl is in the script, by the way.
I don't know who this bitch is. No.
Well, because you have to give Morbius a case of the not gays.
yeah,
do
because
you?
especially in this one, because he's super gay in this one.
Also, Morbius can go into the sun. Like, he's okay. Oh yeah, he was just joking. Yeah, that's one of the things he talks to Blade about in Midnight Suns. He's like, no, I can go into the sun. Like, it stings a little bit, but like I can go into the sun and be
I just
fine.
have sensitive skin, dude.
I'm not a real actual vampire. You can put that away.
This movie would be so much better if they committed. Here's the thing: if they're not going to do the magic bit, because it's really. I'll be honest. Even if they did that, it doesn't change the fact that his powers all look really stupid and it's
Right.
not exciting to watch. What they should have done instead is he does the science thing to cure himself and he turns into Man Bat.
I want a Fantastic Four that looks like the Powerpuff Girls. You know, like
Yeah.
that UAP style.
Very colorful.
Gerald McBoing Boing looking.
Mhm.
That is a $100 bill from 1993.
I'm going to suck some blood. This movie would be a lot better if they changed nothing, but he did have the tacky Dracula accent.
Like
But only after he got turned into a vampire. Like
Yeah.
it's the sign of vampirification, whatever.
vampirification.
Vampirification. There we go. Vampirification.
We're getting into some territory where this is how we find out in this movie that if you're Eastern European, that means you're like 2% vampire by blood.
Well, yeah,
I think that sounds great.
Dracula fucked long and hard across the Eastern European continent.
Dracula was the white Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
That's why everybody in Eastern Europe is so goddamn pale. It's because they're all technically Dompiers, and so they
Yeah.
can't go into the sun.
Yeah, that's why there's so many vampires in Scandinavia, especially.
Yeah.
I will always think about how in the He-Man reboots, they made it so that Skeletor was a normal, human, handsome-looking guy, and then he had his face melt off, and the moment he lost it, he gained a skeleton accent, and he's now called Skeletor. I will never get over it. I will never get over it. It's a skeleton accent.
Skeleton accent!
Does that mean that Skeletor is in fact being racist? He's like, oh yeah, this is what skeletons talk like, and all of his skeleton friends are like, hey man, that's not cool. Like, we do talk like that, but you're kind of doing it, like, in a really exaggerated fake way. Yeah.
Just because you lampoon it, movie, doesn't mean that it's cool.
Mutant Mayhem got away with doing that all the time. That's because it was just a bunch of dorky teens.
That's because that's a good movie, too.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get away... Listen, you can do, like, a dumb cliche thing in your movie and you call it out if the movie is good.
And also, like, goes all in on enjoying the cliche, you know?
Yeah. But this movie is bad and boring and sucks.
Oh, fuck you. All right, I'm leaving. I'm done.
No, you're not. You're the one who
getting
made us
outta
watch
here.
this dog shit. Get your ass back here.
I hate you, Ben.
You don't get to leave, motherfucker.
You can't fucking do a vent.
Uh-huh.
This is an in-universe. You can't reference an in-universe character. You fuck. Oh my god. You don't know who Venom is.
I was gonna say, does this mean Morbius knows about Venom?
You don't know who that is. He's in San Francisco right now.
He's in San Francisco,
Ben,
sucking and fucking.
Ben reaping after sowing for years for torturing us.
Ben, like, being like, we're gonna watch Morbius. This is awesome. Ben.
This is it. Here we are. We're here.
Oh yeah,
I've seen
the
so
most
many gifs of
insane
this out of
scene ever.
context.
Why is he so jacked?
He's a
Because
vampire.
being a vampire
now.
makes you jacked, I guess.
Being a vampire gives you muscles.
God.
I don't like it. I don't like the idea of Matt Smith being jacked.
If Matt Smith is jacked, you're just gonna have to make peace with it.
That's so much funnier inside the movie.
Oh my god.
The thing is, like, I think the thing that doesn't work about Matt Smith for me for this role, and it's like, he's a fine actor.
Sure.
That's also funny. It's that he looks so cute and non-threatening.
No, that's the thing is that, like, Matt Smith, like, I know he's in House of the Dragon and he's one of the Targaryens, so he's like supposed to look like a stone cold asshole, and he's got like a bad wig and an eye patch and all that shit. But like, it's Matt Smith, right? Like, he's so baby faced to me. Like, I think he's cute. Like, I think Matt Smith is cute, right? But
Yeah.
Like it makes perfect sense that you would cast him as the Doctor.
Exactly. He has the perfect face for like a younger Doctor, right? He's kind of
he
cute,
has-
kind of dorky, and kind of handsome, but he's not hot, right?
He has the face of a guy who would be cast to play Peter Pan until age 38.
The thing is, Matt Smith could be Peter Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he could be
Right?
an older Peter Parker.
You could absolutely cast Matt Smith to be Spider-Man if, like, Spider-Man was an older guy, right? Like, you could do it and he'd be great.
If you did the live-action adaptation of Spider-Verse, you could cast him as Peter Parker.
Absolutely, and he'd be great. But, like, he does not have the face of, like, a villain. He's like he's cute. He's not hot.
Yeah, he's cute in the way that, like, you know, a plucky young protagonist character is cute. Like, he looks
Exactly.
boyish at all times. He doesn't
Now-
look threatening, really, at all.
No.
I will point out, throughout most of his career in Hollywood until he turned about 42 and he grew a mustache, people said the same thing about Vincent Price.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Vincent Price,
all
you
I'm
know,
s-
maybe he needs a mustache. Maybe Matt Smith needs a mustache.
Maybe
Yeah, I was
maybe
gonna
all
say,
he
man,
needs
a
is
little
just
facial
a
hair would go a
little
long
face
way.
wrinkle.
That's right.
It did wonders for Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's
See,
true.
when they
That
morph
fixes my
him,
face like a lot.
when they morph him, he just looks like, instead of being an elf who got turned into a human, that he's a Skyrim elf who got turned into a human.
He looks like he very specifically, Saturn. He looks like a high elf that got like morphed with like AI generation with like the Ultra Chad meme face.
Yeah. Morb mode Matt Smith is like a Dunmer racial caricature.
It's like when you're being racist to Dunmer.
Propaganda posters all over Morrowind.
get tricked into watching House of the Dragon.
You're not going to get tricked.
I can literally hear its siren call.
It's not going to work, Sarah, because you know what you have to watch instead?
What?
That Star Wars thing that Shia keeps talking about.
Oh yeah, maybe I can trick myself into not watching House of the Dragon by watching Andor instead.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
That's a better plan.
As the offer
'Cause then I'll watch it
stands,
with
if you need encouragement, the trick
Yes.
to getting yourself to watch Andor is just force me to watch it also, because I'm not going to watch it
Okay.
unaccompanied.
I mean, I'll watch it with you just because, like, it seems like if it's really dry, realpolitik, I could get into Ghost in the Shell Star Wars.
That's apparently what it mostly is. It's very like grounded.
I could get behind that.
Sure. Yeah. I have to talk myself into not watching House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
The problem is that I am still depressed about the end of Game of Thrones, and it's been like half a decade, right? And I just want it to be good again. I just want it to be good again. I love
Just want to feel something again.
I just want to feel something again. I love the Targaryens. What do you want from me? I love them. They're all so fucked up and inbred, and I just think they're great. I can't help myself.
I love the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yeah, that's right.
I think constantly about in the lead up to the end of that show when they were like, there was all the fucking pushing for the Jon and Daenerys thing. One of my dear friends, Brooks, who used to do a podcast that was just like Game of Thrones episode by episode,
Sure.
would constantly jokingly post about like when Jon Snow go a ham on his aunt's clam sandwich.
Oh, they made it canon!
They ruined it.
Why was it so bad?
Oh, it's the blood. Oh, he's popping a boner right now.
He's Morbin.
Oh,
Morbin right now.
I'm gonna morb all over my jeans.
I'm sorry, you don't want to know how it looks in vampire mode. It's all gross and nasty.
It's all hooked.
Ah.
What, like a duck?
No, a duck is like a corkscrew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking like a cat.
Yeah. Gross. Either way, it's not good.
Here, how does Spider-Man mean to make you feel better?
You know, I never noticed how obvious it is that Jared Leto has had a nose job. Until, like, right at this second, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this motherfucker got a nose job.
Whoa.
I don't know what his nose looks like before to compare.
It's just too perfectly scooped, right? Like, you didn't look at it, you can just tell.
The Spider-Man meme is very good.
Yeah, this one's really good.
I'll just come out and say it, folks. I don't think Morbius deserved a movie.
No, really? You
No.
fucking think?
I feel like they should have spent all this money on a Blade movie instead. It would have been like 100 times better.
Yeah.
This also just feels like they had all these resources and they misused all of them.
Yeah, like, I don't think Morbius needs a movie. Like, sometimes when we watch bad movies, I can, like, look at them and be like, okay, but I can see how this could be good or at least necessary, right?
Right.
I am watching this movie and there's just nothing. There's just
This-
nothing.
This has such the energy of the old 80s Fantastic Four movie, which was made so they could hold on to the license, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this movie exists because Sony signed a bunch of contracts. This is the farthest cuck chair there's ever been.
It's incredible, especially because, like, this woman, like, God love her, there has been no chemistry between her and Jared Leto at all through this whole
No, they're just
Are
a man
you
and a woman who work in
surprised?
the same place together.
No, it's just like, they really, this is, like, sometimes it's really blatant when they do a not gay, right? Like, when they have to be like, no, he's definitely not gay. See, he's kissing this lady. This is the most blatant it's ever been. You know what? Here's the thing. Change my mind. This movie would instantly become good if it was just like a gay lovers to enemies story, right?
Yeah, this would go from being a 1 to being like an extremely difficult 4.
Yeah. Like, you could instantly improve this movie if Milo and Michael were just in a gay relationship, and then they became enemies because Milo's like, I also want to be an evil vampire. Bam, instant. You know what? I would be like, you know what, movie? I'm on your side now. Cool.
You know what? I'll fix this movie right now without changing any of the cast or the concept or a meaningful amount of the script. It is not Morbius' perspective. It is the lady's perspective, whose name I can't even remember because she's barely on screen or doing anything.
Correct.
And she's caught in the love triangle between these two enemies
Wait.
to lovers,
Yeah.
gay vampires, but also she's trying to get with both of them at the same
We
time.
have just recreated the plot of
Twilight.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah,
Also
because
Twilight.
Interview with the Vampire is a good movie.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
you're
all
right.
this, all
It
this
would
to
be
say,
Twilight.
all this to say, if you had just made this vampire movie like a good vampire movie, it could have been good.
It could have been good.
But instead, they like literally. It feels like they just did like someone's first draft. Like, I'm gonna do like a 12-issue comic run or
Sure.
whatever, like script, and then just like rolled with it.
Well, yeah, no. Like I said, these movies are all made because Sony signed a bunch of contracts in the early 2000s, and they got to deliver.
Maybe they should have not.
All I'm saying is this whole thing would have been so much funnier if they replaced Doc Nick's actor with this specific image of Jason Alexander I posted in chat.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Nothing really changes. It's just, you know.
I see you two have seen Criminal Minds, George Costanza.
It's so cursed.
I love every time I see it. That it was one of my favorite episodes because it's actually really good. I love Jason Alexander as a TV actor. He's really good.
Oh yeah,
He's very talented.
He plays Jigsaw very well in that episode. I think you could have condensed this entire movie into 20, 30 minutes and have lost nothing.
Oh yeah, this should have been like, I don't know. This whole movie could have been a flashback sequence in a Spider-Man movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, you could easily condense this down into like 15 minutes of flashbacks interspersed over the course of a Spider-Man movie.
It's
where
just
he's fighting Morbius.
Yeah, you know what would make these movies even better is if
If
the
Spider-Man
character
was in them?
had to fight Spider-Man in them.
I like that the vampire transformation is he sucks in his cheeks really deep.
Yeah.
Like just a suggestion, maybe Spider-Man
Wow,
should
that
be in
looked
these.
terrible.
Yeah, it looked like dog shit.
They didn't even have his shirt ripped. What the fuck?
That's the other problem. If this movie was 1, gay, and 2, allowed to be rated R, it probably would be fine. It would become like a gay vampire horror movie.
Yeah.
Right? And that sounds good. I would watch that. I'd be like, okay, sure, why not? I'll spend a Saturday night watching that.
What? This is a crazy fit for this girl. I mean, it's not like a crazy fit objectively, but it's not like anything else she has worn in the movie, period.
You know,
She's got a blouse with a button open and like the tightest mom jeans you've seen in your entire life. And it's not like a bad look, but it's just not what she has been wearing up to this moment.
yeah. This is a reshoot outfit. They called her in and they're like, listen, we don't have the same wardrobe person. Just pick something. We gotta do reshoots to fill all the blanks in this fucking awful movie.
This is what she was wearing when she was going to the grocery and they called her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the most non-existent chemistry between him and his not gay.
Bro, this is not chemistry. This is geometry.
It is. It's just nothing.
They think it counts as being chemistry on screen when it's happening in like props in the background of the shot.
Yeah.
I think she would have to have like more lines or more things to do in the movie for that to have any chance of working at all.
Or, I mean, I'm sure she's based off of like an actual character that like the comic Morbius knows, but it's just like no one is going to be invested in Morbius's relationship.
Yeah, no.
And you know what, Ben? If that's the case, they shouldn't have put it in the fucking movie
You're
at all.
correct.
They should have probably pretended that character doesn't exist.
There's no one on Tumblr whose favorite pairing is Morbius and whatever his girlfriend's name is.
I'm sure she has a name in this movie, but I don't remember it.
It's incredible that we're like an hour and 20 something into this movie and like nobody on screen has any chemistry at all except for maybe Jared Leto and Matt Smith. And like it's only because they're just,
They're both hamming it.
Yeah, they're both hamming it up. But it's like
Look at that. Look how
gay this is. It could have been a gay movie. I'm just saying, it could have been a gay movie.
It would have given it a good 2.5, 3 points.
Oh, absolutely. If it was just like, yeah, they were childhood friends and they were both sick together and they grew up together and they fell in love and now they're boyfriends. Oh, but one of them wants to be an evil vampire now. Because, why not? We're both gay and vampires. One of us can be evil.
I think the gay youths deserve an extremely trashy, bad vampire sex movie.
Yeah!
I agree.
Like this.
It's been decades since we had an interview with a vampire. Let's give us another one.
We need another one. Could vastly improve this movie. Oh, this looks so bad.
The effect looks better with the purple trail than just like the black smoke.
It still just looks
I don't
so
like it,
bad
Ben.
and cheap. All of this looks so cheap.
You know what? It would look good if this were an animated movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this whole movie would be improved by being an animated movie. All movies can be improved by becoming animated movies.
You could turn this 1 into a 6 if A, it was a gay romance, and B, it was CGI.
Absolutely.
Like a completely computer graphics movie.
Yeah.
Specifically, it's got to be like mid-aughts Final Fantasy FMV.
Yes.
That would be a direct-to-Netflix classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would have
absolutely.
cost like a 1/6 of the budget.
Yeah.
You would not have to pay for Jared Leto for one.
I want it to look like
Spirits Within?
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
or Advent Children.
Yeah. Wait, we could be watching Advent Children right now.
If Tetsuya Nomura directed the Morbius movie, it would be good.
I'm just imagining Morbius's character moving like anything Axel does.
Yeah. Huge improvement.
Oh no, she's dying or something.
Oh, she's
I
dead.
think she's turning into a vampire because she drank his blood.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. She bit his lip and got some of his blood in her mouth. Oh, maybe she died.
Maybe she died. I don't know.
I think she
Oh
died.
no. She died, and with her died the not gay. Oh, he's going to try to turn her into a vampire. Mike, I don't think it works that way.
I don't think it works that way. I think he's just draining her.
I think he's just drinking her blood, maybe? Because she's dead? He's like, well, I'm not going to let this snack go to waste.
He looks terrible.
I love having this dramatic standoff with these, like, with this this clown makeup on their faces. See, look, the whole like, oh, I'm all you have left. It's like, oh, it's great, they're gay. No, instead it's just bad.
I think it's great that they had the one woman character in this movie just sort of do nothing and then die.
And then die.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, so like I'm of the opinion that Lise in Final Fantasy 14, right? Kind of just like she's fine, right? Instantly and immediately would approve that character if they would just canonically say she's a lesbian. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, take that character, same character, no changes whatsoever, but somebody on screen just be like, Lise, you're a lesbian, right? And that character shoots up from like a 7 to an 11. Just
Can
like,
we get her in on the Sadhu and Serena polycule?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it would be really funny if Serena and Sadhu knew this, but Lise thought it was a love triangle.
Oh, that's great, yes.
Oh,
It instantly elevates all three characters.
Absolutely.
Lise just like, I couldn't possibly pick between the two of you. And Sadhu's like, well, no, we don't expect you to.
She's
She's like, fine, I understand. I'll leave forever. They're like,
I'll
what?
leave you two to your happiness.
And they're like, what? What do you...
What are you saying? Oh, she's stupid. Okay.
Okay, I want to point out one joke that was actually pretty funny that just happened. Is he threw him into the hotel sign, and the letters that fell off were OW.
I say
That's
it.
good.
All right,
That's a pretty good joke.
That's
I'll
actually
give
a good
him that
bit.
one.
Okay, that's actually a good bit.
That would have happened in the whole 2003 film.
Agreed.
And it would have been really funny.
Ang Lee would make a joke like that.
The only other way you would do it is if he smashes through a sign and all the lights go out except for O and W, so you just see Ow on the screen the entire time.
Is he calling the bats?
And I'm now remembering my favorite Spider-Man page ever, which is the spiders. I'm summoning them.
Yeah, I'm calling the spiders because I'm Spider-Man.
Classics. That's such a CO classic.
Because I'm Spider-Man.
Because I'm Spider-Man. And then the guy just runs.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is with Matt Smith looking like that in Morb mode?
What's the problem?
He looks like the actor who plays the fireman and thus Lurch from the Addams Family.
He does look like Lurch. Because he's got that big long head.
And he's gray, so it
Yeah.
immediately makes me think of Fireman
Yeah.
from Twin Peaks.
Oh, he was calling the bats. You're right. He's morbing out. He's summoning
Oh,
bats.
He's going beyond Morb. He's becoming a super Morb.
Nobody
What's next?
has.
A super duper.
Hey,
Morb?
Sarah, you liked this scene in episode 8 of The Return, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what are they lending him their energy?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a bat.
He's making a bat
bomb.
spirit bomb, man. What part of this is hard to understand? God, that looks like shit. You need to not show him like that.
Man, this movie looks like shit. What an ugly movie.
Hey, Peanut. Sorry for snapping at you earlier. You scared me, that's all.
Swim through the bats.
You'll never penetrate my bat force field.
Things that Man-Bat says to Batman.
Yeah.
The bats are gonna form like a big human fist and start punching Matt Smith.
Is he bat bending?
He's gonna fill him up with all the bats like he's Oogie Boogie.
Oh, they're just eating him.
Is he just
I
beating?
don't think
it'd
they
be
do
really funny
that.
if he's not even eating him. They're just like hitting him. He's just being beaten to death by bats.
Just pummeled.
Yeah.
There are so many dead bats in this room that they can't show on screen because they're not real.
Man, it is insane to have like this emotional moment with these absolutely dog shit CGI faces.
the face of a bowel movement.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's becoming normal as he dies.
He demorbified
Look
him.
at how awful he looks. And we're having to have this whole scene like this.
Oh, remember they were supposed to be old men together, though. Remember?
Yeah.
He wrote the note that said they're going to be old men. But
He
now
certainly
he
looks
is
the part.
dying of
He looks like a corpse in Fallout
anti-vampires.
76.
He does.
The terrible lighting in that shot makes him look like he's bald also, which isn't a great
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be mean to Matt Smith.
It made him look even more like the fireman.
It's okay. Matt Smith has an objectively fantastic head of hair.
I will hope to have Matt Smith's head of hair when I am 50.
That's right. What a bad movie. This sucks.
Okay, but you're going to inject yourself with the anti-vampire juice too, right?
Yeah.
You still plan on doing
Or
that?
are you just a hypocrite?
Are you a coward?
It's like, oh no, it's bad that my friend Milo is a vampire who's gonna drink people blood. But it's okay if I'm a vampire.
But I can do it ethically.
See, my friend Milo, he kills humans and drinks their blood, but me, I only did that to the 6 dudes who are on the boat with me, and then also my girlfriend.
So it's fine.
So I'm ethically in the clear.
Boy, it's
What
a good
stupid movie.
It's a good. She is a vampire.
Oh my
she got
God.
morbed.
Oh, she's Morbin too.
I'm glad things can just sort of happen arbitrarily with no clear logic behind them.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
fine.
makes me feel like I'm watching a Marvel movie.
It's
Boy,
fine. Don't worry about
It's
it.
a good thing Spider-Man isn't around here to stop this.
Can we get a comic run where Spider-Man has to be friends with Blade so Blade can teach him the art of killing vampires? Listen, man, New York City is a haven for vampires. I know you do the spider thing, but you are gonna have to start using this katana.
Saturn.
He's like,
Saturn,
no,
the
I don't think you can. Like, wait, is that a spider-shaped crossguard?
Saturn. The problem is that you have perfectly described Jefferson Twilight interacting with Dean Venture.
That's correct.
Yeah, did I stutter? You should get Michael Sinterniklaas to play Spider-Man.
You
with me.
should
already
get
seen
Michael
it.
Sinterniklaas to play
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Well, this fucking sucked ass, and I hated it.
Yeah,
So.
Hold on, I think
0
I don't know
out
if
of
this one.
10,
I think this one has the post credits. I think
Of
we'll find
course
out.
It does. It's a fucking knockoff Marvel movie. Just skip ahead. Who gives
No,
a shit?
okay. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, a multiverse of madness.
Man, we could be watching Multiverse of Madness right now.
No, we can't. This is Takeout.
What?
What?
Who the fuck is this?
That's the Vulture from No Way Home, or from Homecoming.
What?
What's Val Kilmer doing here?
Not Val Kilmer. The other. You're thinking of the other Batman.
You're right. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Because Val Kilmer can't really talk anymore. What's his name? Fucking Michael Keaton.
That's
Michael
it.
Keaton.
I like Michael Keaton. He's a funny actor.
Michael Keaton's good still. He was good as the Vulture. I don't even like those movies that much, but I like Michael
I
Keaton.
was definitely just like, oh,
Oh, they're doing a fun thing.
there's a neuron firing.
It's a cool idea to cast Michael Keaton as your like winged, like superhero adjacent character. That's
What?
like a fun idea.
What a nothing teaser for no one.
Yeah,
This
right?
This is such a teaser of something they thought they were gonna pull off.
And then nothing fucking came of it.
Nothing
That's
came of it.
incredible.
I want to tell you my favorite post credits that went nowhere, which is at the end of, I think it's Venom 2. Eddie gets sucked into the multiverse that's supposed to set up No Way Home, right? Like the other Spider-Man
Right.
getting pulled in. And then No Way Home ends with Eddie just getting dropped back off in his home timeline, never interacting with any Spider-Man.
That's correct.
That's great. great.
They were like, oh, we couldn't actually film those scenes, so
No.
we'll just move on. Oh, wait, we got more.
Wait, there's more? No! I want to get out of here. I want to be free from this horse shit.
I've been quiet for a long time because I've just been seething watching this movie.
I hate this movie. Who needs 2 post-credit scenes?
This is the Omicron that breaks the gorge.
No!
Can you imagine if you watched the first post-credit scene and then left, and then you found out you heard from someone there was a second post-credit scene in some like lame attempt to get you to go back and watch the movie again?
No.
Who left all their toilet paper on this barbed wire?
That's what I was about to say.
Someone had some bad shits.
Yeah, you ever get like really bad bubble guts while you're like on a long road trip?
Haven't yet. Hopefully won't. We'll see though.
Where did he get the suit?
How did he get the suit?
Did he just build a second one?
Did you come here just to meet Morbius? God, that looks like shit.
Why would you think that?
What?
Spider-Man, known for his portals.
Yeah, Spider-Man loved to be opening portals, man. But
Look at-
Morbius doesn't even know who Spider-Man is yet.
Yeah, he's like, who's Spider-Man? I don't know what that means.
It fucks me up that was obviously a CG design. They couldn't even get the actor in like a prop suit or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was complete. And it's like, guys, come on.
I love the audacity to be like, oh, we're gonna set up our own Sinister Six with fucking Morbius.
Yeah, you watch this movie, don't you want him to be like one of 6 guys who get beat up by Spider-Man?
Hey,
That's what this movie is for.
Yes,
I would watch
yes,
a
Saturn.
Sinister Six movie. I would watch a Sinister Six movie, absolutely, where all these characters who don't have backs, like where they didn't need like whole movies to set them up. If you were just like, even though I don't like Jared Leto, if you were like, okay, we're doing a Spider-Man movie, it's a Sinister Six movie, and it's gonna have the Vulture, and it's gonna have Morbius, and it's gonna have Kraven, and it's gonna have I don't know who else could possibly Venom, you know, and then 2 other dudes. Who cares? And you were just like, and that's the whole movie. It's a Sinister Six movie, and maybe some other Marvel superheroes show up. I would be like, that sounds good. I might actually watch that.
Well, that's what I mean, though, is like, here's the thing. We would all watch that movie.
Sure.
In the world in which they were going to make that movie, they wouldn't have fucking wasted their time making Morbius.
No, absolutely not.
You know, I would have loved the idea that I've always liked would be really good for a Sinister Six movie is you do 3 Spider-Man movies, and in 1 or 2 of them you have a double feature where there's 2 different villains.
Right.
There is a Sinister Six movie that is an anthology of all of these dipshits hanging out and meeting each other across random things, and at the very end, they pick on Spider-Man with the 6th guy who finally joined in, and they all instantly lose.
And so it's a movie-length version of Almost Got Him, the greatest episode of Batman ever made.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I was...
Which I'd be okay with.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I just love the idea of it's their origin story, and it is also them immediately like jobbing at the end.
Jobbing. Yeah,
it's just funny.
Yeah. That's because again, Almost Got Him is the best episode of Batman the Animated Series
It's
ever
so
made.
funny.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then I hit him with a rock.
Or then I heard it.
The Rock. It was a
really
big
big
It was
rock.
a really big rock. It's a great episode. Oh.
Well, that's
that
it.
fucking sucked. I hated that. Thanks, Ben.
What
I don't even... No, I can't even thank you, Ben.
No,
What
you
a-
know what? It was fun to watch it
better
with a bunch
get-
of people.
We people had better actually watch this one. Otherwise, they're going to be really upset.
Listen, if you have gotten this far in the takeout commentary track, please let us know in the Discord. Please post that you have watched this in the Discord. I mean it. We need to know this is worth it.
It fucking sucked, but it is fun to watch it with multiple people. We gotta find another so bad it's good movie instead of just so bad it's bad.
Oh, you mean another Wizards?
Yeah.
Baby, I got you.
We need another
Yeah.
Wizards real bad.
Oates, it's your turn to pick next.
Oh no, now I actually have to pick.
That's right. You're gonna have to find one.
Well,
Sucker.
Well, this was Morbius, a movie that shouldn't have been made, starring
We
no
sure did
one.
Morb.
We all morbed out with Morbius.
Oh, I love it when I morb out. It's great.
It makes me feel really morbid about the state of movies nowadays.
Nice joke.
Anyway, go play Midnight Suns, where Morbius is actually good in that game. It's
Yay.
enjoyable. Go do that. Also, go buy Midnight Suns because, God, they need the money.
Yeah, Ben wants a second one, please.
I think we're past. I think
that time has come and gone. Unfortunately,
Sorry.
we all failed.
Okay.
All right,
get us
well,
out of here.
We'll be back next month for something else, so look forward to that.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.